All right. So we are live and we are recording. And I am super excited to have you guys on and checking this out. Um, my name is Sarah Davis. I have been a coach for, 6 years now. That's a big number. Um, so I am married. I am a mom of three, now four. When I started, or before I started, I was a hairdresser for 20 years. And I had a salon that went south. Long story short, wound up claiming bankruptcy. We were at financial rock bottom, with like no way to dig us out in sight. So that was kind of where I came into Beachbody. I didn't know anything about it. I had done a Shaun T program a couple years before that and did it for 2 weeks. It was too hard. I had no coach. I knew nothing about the nutrition program. So I quit, and that was it. I was done with it. When I started, I was 30 pounds overweight. I was so stressed out from, I had little babies. I had a 9-year-old. I was going to school. I was working at another salon, 10-hour shifts, and like life was just crazy and insane. And I was at not only financial rock bottom, but just like mentally rock bottom. So I just happened to be scrolling Instagram. I did not post on Facebook except for pictures of my kids. I was way too shy for that. Um, and I came across my coach, and I didn't know who she was. She was actually in Connecticut. And she was just this happy mom of three, a retired teacher. And I'm like, man, what is she doing? Like, I gotta find out. So I wound up getting the courage and I asked her, like, how did you retire? Like, what is this coaching thing I keep hearing you talk about? And so she added me into a sneak peek similar to this. And I didn't really know what I was getting into, but I just felt like a tug on my heart, like, you can, like, just do it. Whether you fail or you succeed, your life is going to improve in some way, whether it's your own health, you get out of your own way. Why not? Right? So I jumped in. And since then, 6 years later, I'm happy to say I'm home with my kids. I retired from being a hairstylist 2 years in and got to stay home. I finished my degree, even though that did take a while because I took a big break to grow my business. But yeah, I mean, we're not in that financial rock bottom. We don't put vacations on credit cards. Heck, we even go on vacations, right? Like that was not even a thought prior to coaching. We could barely put food on the table. So life has definitely changed. And like, this was the best thing. I'm so happy I took a leap of faith and just tried it, because I couldn't tell you where we'd be if I didn't. Like, that's kind of a scary thought, and it makes me really cringe when I think about that. But um, that's my story. And I am going to talk tonight a little bit about what it is we actually do, like what our work looks like. Because I know when I first kind of started looking at this, I didn't know anything about it. And I didn't think, I had 30 pounds to lose. I had no business being a wellness coach, right? But that's not what we are. So what we are is we are cheerleaders, and we are partnered with Beachbody. And basically, we cheer people along through their own program, whatever program fits their goals, their needs. We help them with the nutrition plan, but all of this is written out for us. Like, we're not designing nutrition programs or fitness programs. We're literally doing things alongside people. So we help them pick a program, and we're their cheerleader. That's it. Like, it's a great community that we just kind of all are pushing each other, engaging in. We have a private app, by the way. It's not all on Facebook. And we're just cheering each other on. So you're inviting people to come along with you, and a lot of people think, like, I have to be at my goal weight. No, like, people want to go on the journey with you. And that's where coaching comes in, and just inviting people to do it, whether it's your best friend, whether you grow this business on social media, or in person, totally your choice. Like, this is your business to decide. And we are, you know, you're building relationships with people. You're reaching back out to maybe people you haven't talked to. Maybe you're reaching new people through social media. It's totally up to you. But the thing about it that's really, really cool is that we're finding our people. Like, you're building your tribe of like-minded people. And I can say from being a hairstylist, like, that was not the case. I did not get to work with people that I would choose to work with, right? So that's kind of the beauty of this too, is you get to build that team that totally motivates you and just gets you, right? Like, the quirks, the silly things about you, like, you find those people, like, your niche, and just go with it. Um, so that's really what our work boils down to, is, you know, building relationships with people, connecting with people, helping them through a program, being their cheerleader, and just inviting them to come along with us. So I am going to actually throw it over to Anna, and she is going to expand more on community and what all that means.
Hey everybody, my name's Anna Will. I have been coaching. October will be 4 years. Wow. Okay, so a little bit about my story. So I grew up in a very athletic family. My dad was a semi-pro football player, professional bodybuilder. My brother now competes. We all played sports. We all my dad was like the drill sergeant with sports. So I grew up in a family where sports was, I'm not even kidding, more important than academics. So I kind of always knew that working out and I had that push for it. I was very much introduced to it at a young age. But of course, after high school, after all the sports and everything ended for me, I went and just went completely the other way. I became a teacher and then an art teacher, and then I pulled away from it, got married, had a baby, and then with that pregnancy, I had complications. So I was on bed rest, early delivery, NICU experience, so all that. So I went into a postpartum depression pretty bad. And when I did that, I used food as my, I guess, comfort, because I had quit smoking because of the pregnancy and everything. And that's what I'm used to. Smoking was kind of my outlet. And then now I just substituted it for food, and I gained so much weight. I gained more, 3 times the amount that you're supposed to gain when you're pregnant. And then when I had him, I did not lose any of it. And then I got pregnant again with my second son and then put on more weight. So then during my second pregnancy, I stopped working and I decided to stay home. And so we were taking definitely a financial hit because of that. So instead of going out doing stuff, I became pretty isolated, and it's easy to do that with babies. It's super easy to, you got the whole room baby proofed, everything's kind of safe. And then next thing you know, you blink and it's a month gone by and you have not talked to an adult besides your husband in a month. So my depression level really was going down. And then, so by the end of my second pregnancy, I was fed up. I had back pain, knee pain, I was just over it. The more weight I was putting on, the more pain I was getting in. And I knew it was from the weight, and I knew it was just my lifestyle, and my postpartum depression and everything just kind of piled up onto it. So I had seen Sarah for a long time on Facebook. I don't think it was Instagram, it was mainly Facebook. Well, a launch was coming out for Country Heat, and I, for some reason, was under the impression you only had 2 days to order it. So I was in the hospital. I just had my second son, and I was writing Sarah, who doesn't know me, can I get this Country Heat? And she's like, why don't you wait till you're out of the hospital? I'm oh, okay, I can do that. It's not going to be sold out. So that's kind of, I jumped in with that aspect, and then I liked the discounts, and then it kind of snowballed into coaching, and coaching has kept me accountable. And anyways, like, so that has really snowballed my love into fitness and doing everything like the right way. And I've gone on to become, I get certified. I'm certified now for personal training. So anyways, that is my story. And it all started from coaching. Like, to be honest with you, my dad always says, "Oh, you got it from me." No, I did not. I got the love and the community from coaching. If anything, my dad turned me away from it because he was a drill sergeant and freaked me out all the time. But so I'm here tonight to talk about personal development and the community. So this is what really got me in love and obsessed with this. The community is now my friends. Like, we're all like-minded in a way. When you join this, you have the same goals, you have the same, it's almost like you share a brain in a way, because you want to help people, you want to get healthy, you work out, you want to learn everything. So you have that in common, and you just grow, like your friendships grow, your community grows, your network grows. And that really saved me from coming out of my isolation and getting to talk to people. And like, now I'm good friends with a lot of the girls that I coach with. We go on trips together and things. So that's huge for me, to be able to have like a girls' weekend. That's what I treat it as. Like, even though we're doing all this fun stuff, learning about everything with the business, we're also like partying it up and hanging out. Like, that is awesome, with no kids. And that is important to me. So it's really fun, and that got me out of it. Now, I'm going to jump into the community. Yes, like, I could go on and on for days. Like, Sarah came to the hospital to meet baby number 3. I have since had another baby. And so yes, that's 3 boys. So now I did not gain nearly as much weight with the 3rd pregnancy, because I did all this throughout the whole thing. I had this goal in mind, and because I'm a coach, I wanted to stay accountable. I had other people that were depending on me, so I wanted to keep going, and I wanted to prove to myself I could have a healthy pregnancy, because I've never had one. So, like, my mindset has totally just gone like that. And it's like, what, 89.999% the community, and then everything else kind of in with it too. So then, personal development. This is my favorite aspect of Beachbody coaching, all of it. When you sign up to become a coach, we ask you to work on everything: your nutrition, your working out, your body, but also your personal development. So we all are reading books. We're all reading these personal development books. We're trying these strategies, meditations, things like that. That helped me get off depression medicine. Like, I was on depression meds for years, and that helped me get off. Like, now I know it works. The more personal development you do, the less you depend on the outside world to give you what you need. And I am one of those people that I've always been like that. Now, since this whole year has happened, I've been forced back into isolation. And for me, that's dangerous. That's one of the reasons why I signed up in the beginning, is because when I'm isolated, I don't do well. I sink. And I did go back on depression medicine when this all started. And my personal development has bumped up only because I got scared. And I think that that's normal. And I'm doing a little TMI right now, but this is the reality of it. I know that the personal development, and I know working out works, and I know that it can save anybody at this time. And I know that if you have goals and you push through it, it helps in every aspect of your life. It helps with all the chaos. It helps with the ups and downs, because it gives you something to just plow through. And So personal development has literally saved me in every way. Um, I'm pretty much like now I'm pretty much weaning off the depression medicine again because in the beginning I didn't know what was going on. All I knew was the world was ending. So now I'm realizing that it's just different. So I'm weaning myself off because I've upped up my personal development. I've upped up my community and I've reached out and these girls have heard me like complain and my fears and everything. And they've listened, they reach out, and they're just a godsend. So with that, I'm gonna shut up. I talked way too long. Sorry.
No, that's awesome. And it's so true. Like this community just gives you that constant to hold on to and just get through anything. Like you really do become so close and the best of friends. And I just love that. All right. So, Ashley, tell us about fitting this in when your life is insane.
Okay, so my name is Ashley. I have 3 boys. They are 8, I know, boy mom, right? 8, 12, and 13. So I started staying home with them when COVID hit. My son Evan has autoimmune disease, so he is on methotrexate, which is a chemo medicine every week. So my job running crab houses and restaurants did not fit being around people. So I am staying home with the boys, and it has been a handful. Once COVID hit, I kind of was at the line where I needed to start taking care of myself. I attempted to do it for many years. I drug Sarah around for quite a few of them. I'd start, I'd stop. I had excuses, and then finally I realized that the world sucks and is crazy, and the only way to like get through that is to take care of yourself. So I jumped all in with MBMF, absolutely fell in love with it. The biggest thing for me was saying I didn't have time to do it. The boys would constantly need something. I didn't have time. School was a factor. And then once I jumped in and I joined one of our groups and I saw everyone else just as busy as myself, I realized that I did have time, and that kind of pushed me to keep going. Now that we're back in the school and mornings are crazy, I'm realizing that you have to make time for yourself. I am a better person right now while I'm going to college full time and I have 3 boys home in school full time. I am mentally a better person right now because I make time for myself in the morning. My morning has been like, I didn't know how good that could be. I thought that sleeping in was what you needed to do to have a good day. And then you would wake up and you will rush through your day and you still never have that time for yourself. I think finding time is the hardest part. So talking to people right now, a lot of people are saying, well, I don't have time. I watch those same people spend their whole day on Facebook. I do. I see them arguing with, not arguing, but commenting and getting back and forth with people. I see them complaining about how they don't have time for themselves and how they don't have time for anything. And I'm watching them do it. And you can do it. You can make time for yourself. Wake up a little earlier. Wake up the same time, but devote the first 45 minutes to your Energize and a book and a 30-minute workout instead of what people are doing on Facebook or being mad about things that haven't happened yet in the day. So there really is time to make. We just have to say, do I want to worry about someone else's life or do I want to focus on my life? Once we make that decision, the time is there. So I think that's all. Time's a big excuse, and it was one of mine, but there's time.
There definitely is.
There is.
Sorry, I just cut you off. All right. So, Sammy, take us away with all the misconceptions we all had before we started.
There we go. Okay, so I'm Sammy or Samantha, and I'm up in Canada, and I still managed to meet this awesome group of ladies. And really, it took Sarah a long time liking my stuff and following me on Instagram before she reached out and asked me just at the beginning of August if I wanted to join a sweat bet. And I decided that that sounded like an awesome idea. It was just the perfect time for me with COVID hitting and looking at not knowing what the future was going to hold for my job as an administrator, my son going to school, another boy mom. And I think that, I could talk for a while about my backstory, but pretty much if you put together Sarah, Anna, and Ashley, that's my life story. From the losing a business, bankruptcy, to the postpartum depression and difficult pregnancy and birth, to the not having any time, making lots of excuses, and being really busy when I wasn't really busy. That's my story. And I think that one of the hesitancies that I always had about any sort of network marketing opportunity, let's call it that, but I wouldn't call it that because this is just really something entirely different, was the whole salesy thing, right? Like, I didn't want to have to be hounding all the people that I've known my entire life and being like, hey girl, how's it going? Haven't talked to you in 15 years. Don't really care, but I got this new opportunity for you. I think you'd be really good at it. Like, really inauthentic communication is not my style. Like, I'm just not that person. I wear my heart on my sleeve and I'm authentic in everything that I do. And I couldn't picture myself doing that. And that was a big fear of mine, that if I got involved with something that was going to be a financial opportunity for me, that somebody else had created as a former business owner, that was one of my concerns. Somebody else has created this. This isn't something that I created and I put together. Can I really talk to people about it? Am I going to have to sell them and be fake about it? And I think that fear, I'm going to be totally transparent. When I signed on as a coach, I signed on as a discount coach. I had no intention of actually becoming an active coach. Like, that was not my initial goal. I was like, let's just get in here and see what this is all about. So I'll say that right now, and anybody can do that. So if you're kind of just like, I want to check it out first, that's what you do. You sign up as a coach and you check it out. But as soon as I started sharing my story and sharing my quotes every day, and pictures of how enthusiastic I was and how much better I was feeling, like, I did the same thing where I started making time in the mornings to work out because another coach had prompted me to. And it really made me want to throw up thinking about it in advance. But once I started doing it, it was a beautiful thing. Like, I went from hating when my 4-year-old would wake me up before 7 o'clock to getting up to my own alarm at like 5:30 on my own, because I got to choose that. Like, that was my choice now. It wasn't somebody else dragging me out of bed. I got to choose it, and I got to do something for myself first. And that was really important to me. But to bring it back to sharing your story, I think that really is all that coaching is. It's being authentic, it's communicating with people, it's sharing your story, your experiences, and that is what's going to draw people in, being you. If people are going to be attracted to you as a person, and not necessarily if you're super fit already or you have all the answers, right? You are there to show them that real people can do this. So that's the first fear that I had, was the salesy part. I haven't had to be salesy with anybody. People just go, hey, what is that program that you're doing? Thank you for opening the door. Now I get to talk to you about it. And then next thing you know, they're in your next challenge. The second fear or misconception that I had was that I was going to have to invest a lot of money in this type of venture. heard of nutrition programs and other programs that require that you have a minimum buy per month of their product. Whereas with Beachbody, you get your annual subscription. I did sign up on a challenge pack to try the shakes and intended to cancel my subscription, but I love them, so they're still happening. But realistically, you can be a coach for $20 a month, and you get 25% off of everything. Should you choose to buy your shakes once every second month, once every third month, you say there's a cute tank top that you really want, like the Total Knockout one. I have my eyes on it in the Beachbody shop. You get that discount, and whether you do anything or not, that's there, and it's just $20 for a website each month. So I was shocked when I heard that, because I thought as a coach, you really had to commit to drinking your Shakeology every day, using all the nutritionals, and investing like $300, $400, $500, $600 a month, like some crazy number I just made up in my head, when that's not what it is at all, and you can take it at your own pace. So that's a common misconception about opportunities like this. And then the last misconception, Ashley already covered, which is time. You require a lot of time to make this work. And it really doesn't require any more time. Well, maybe, let's say like half hour to an hour a day, more time than I was spending before, because most of it is interaction online with people, which I was doing anyways. And the rest of it is really just, you can either plan it out or going with the flow of your day and sharing something to motivate your coaching clients. So, for example, today I saw a post about body positivity, and I shared that in my challenge group, and that was it. They were all like, thank you for that reminder. That is awesome. This is the perfect reminder for today. And that's really all it takes. They're just looking for somebody who understands them, who's their person, who can remind them that they're worthy and they're valuable and they deserve this time for themselves, and that you are there if they need you. And that's all that being a coach really requires of you. So I'm super happy that I got invited to that challenge group in August, and really looking forward to everything that's going to come in the future.
I'm super happy too. Yeah, it's so cool how you connect with, like Sam said, she's in Canada, I'm in Maryland. Like, we would have met. My coach was in Connecticut, So I meet people from all over, and you just become some of the best of friends from all over. I just want to kind of add in real quick, like, I'm going to visit an old coach who's no longer coaching, but her and I became such the best of friends that I'm going up to Connecticut with my family, and our kids FaceTime each other, and we have no business connections anymore, but we just grew that relationship. So that's what kind of comes out of this. But let's get down to, what does Beachbody actually have? I just thought they're workouts and there's nothing else, but that is not the case. So Cheryl, take it away.
All right, hey, I'm Cheryl Brown, and I'm so excited to be here. I started kind of the Beachbody thing way back even in 1999 without even knowing that it was Beachbody or what the heck was going on when they had the DVDs, and I actually thought of you because you said Country Heat, but it was called Turbo Jam, where basically you were dancing and working your core. And I remember specifically even saying to my dad, he said, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, oh, get me Turbo Jam. And thought that, instantly, because I have this workout, that means I'm going to be in this amazing shape, just like that. So part of my backstory is I had grown up playing sports for fall, in the winter, in the spring. I was always active. That was my instant friends. And so I really relied on that team aspect. And moving forward, I had always thought that becoming a mom instantly meant that you would be overweight and things like that. So I had my first child back in 2010. I had never, ever, ever in my life learned about nutrition. Never. I didn't realize the value of drinking water. I did not, I had that whole misconception of, oh, I ate a salad today. Like, good for me. That means I'm healthy, right? And then college days happened, and I'd go drink all night long with my friends and hang out and think, yeah, I'm living the life. Like, I'm so healthy. I ate a salad, but drinking all night long, like, that really made a lot of sense. So that habit kind of developed into my adulthood. And so after I had my first son in 2010, I instantly thought, like, okay, I'll have a salad here and there. And besides for that, I barely ate anything and then would still do my like night partying and things, and was totally not a healthy person. So of course, what happens in your gut also leads to your head. And I was mentally unstable. I also did take a lot of antidepressants. I had issues with my eczema because I had major anxiety without realizing it was really my gut that was kind of causing like the reactions on my skin. I had rosacea. So I know Anna had touched on a bunch of things with medication, and um, I was very hesitant about the Shakeology thing when I bought the challenge pack. So again, let me fast forward. 2010, I had my first son, starved myself. I had gained 70 pounds with him, walked into that hospital 220 pounds, and lost weight very, very unhealthily. So when I had my second son in 2015, I kind of had this mental check of, okay, Cheryl, like, you're mid 30s now and you cannot be as dangerous as you were before. You have to do something to change that. So Sarah had been a good friend of mine back in high school, and I am so glad. Like, I keep on thinking about the fact that if I had known about coaching 10, 15 years ago, how I would be in such a different place than I am right now. So I'm so thankful that 5 years ago, I actually was brave and I reached out, because it was on top of everything. I had a baby, and then I was taking grad classes. And so I was on maternity leave, and next thing you know, I dedicated and said to myself, I have to do something with my health. So what the heck, let's add in some coaching and some nutrition and some workouts. So I started back in 2015 with 21 Day Fix, and that is what really changed my whole mindset about nutrition. Just understanding, oh my gosh, like, I don't eat enough every single day, first of all. And the portions, I used to be able to eat an entire pizza and then drink beer. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that was so dangerous and so bad for my body. No wonder why I had issues with my skin and things like that. So, yeah, so 2015, I started 21 Day Fix, and those portions honestly have changed my entire life. And honestly, back when I did start 21 Day Fix, I finished that and I tried some other programs, and I did not truly connect with some of the trainers in the way that I have since I really got dedicated to coaching. So, first of all, I'm reaching out to people, inviting them. And I felt almost like a hypocrite by saying, oh, yeah, do this, do that. And then I myself didn't actually believe in some of the programs I was actually doing. So it wasn't until 100 Morning Meltdown released last July that my coaching and my whole mindset totally took off with things. And the new release just now, even with MBF, has completely rocked me. I mean, I am loving MBFA. So part of having that passion for coaching is also that passion for what you believe in. So with that being said, the products, I brought up Shakeology. I tried it and I wasn't as good about doing it every day, but this is where you really need your community to teach you things. Shakeology is more than just a shake. I have learned how to use it as a dessert. I've made popsicles, so even my kids who are now 10 and 5 are asking me for a chocolate popsicle without even realizing the nutrition and the vitamins that they're eating. So no longer do we have to take our probiotics like we used to. No longer do we have to take our daily vitamins. It's all right there in that food that we're eating. But Shakeology isn't it. It keeps on going. And I truly believe there's a reason why these products are not sold in stores. We are connected to these products. We are the product literally of the product. So in drinking the Shakeology, people see a difference. Collagen. I am about to be 40 this year, and you can see my lines and things like that. And of course, I swear my nails are much better than they ever used to be because of that scoop of collagen that I'm putting into my coffee every day. And when people ask me, I'm like, yeah, that's Beachbody. And they're like, what? I thought Beachbody was just shakes and working out and stuff. But no, it's collagen. There's also beach bars that, they get delivered to my house. So again, I don't have to go to the store. And with COVID and having to do Walmart pickup and all those things, I'm like, I don't even have to worry about my protein bars because they'll be coming to my house soon and I get a discount. So that's cool. And I really feel like, so let me go down the whole gamut of lists. Sorry. The collagen, the beach bars. I was talking about my kids. We've tried a kind of lighter version of Shakeology, which is called Daily Sunshine. And it's actually for kids and for families. So it's just another way that Beachbody tries to take a product and say, okay, we've gotten this feedback. Let's try and do this for families and for kids. Great idea. The pre-workout Energize, they've released 2 flavors in the past 2 years that I've been a coach. It started with lemon, and then it advanced into fruit punch, which takes me totally back to my childhood and drinking Hawaiian punches. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And then even mixed berry was just released this summer. So, it's giving you options. And even though it's called a pre-workout, it is my go-to at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I want to go to reach for like a cup of coffee or something. And I drink that and I'm golden for like the night to continue rocking through. Recover is another product to help with your muscles and things like that. And again, Sarah taught me a really awesome recipe where you just mix it with some water and all of a sudden, boom, I got some pudding. So it's like I'm eating pudding and it's healthy. Hydrate, the healthiest Gatorade that you could possibly ever have. The Bevy, which was just released again this summer. There was a lot of things that have just been released, which continues to show how Beachbody gets feedback and they're trying to appeal to their customers. What do people want to be healthy? So one of the things that they noticed is, people are still having these cravings. Yes, Shakeology was to help with that, but not everybody likes Shakeology. So let's try and make it kind of tea oriented and make some passion fruit and pomegranate flavor tea. 3-day refresh. So we all have a weekend, right? Where we do eat that pizza and that beer all weekend long and our gut just needs that reset. So 3-day refresh is an awesome product to just give you 3 days to kind of get your gut back in check. And apparel, like all the clothing that they have offered, the accessories with the resistance loops and the step and the trackers and the recipe books. There's so many things that Beachbody has that a lot of people don't even realize because it's so affiliated half the time with just workouts and just Shakeology. And the thing I love even about it is it can't hurt to try. If you try something and you don't like it, they have a 30-day guarantee on returning those things. So, and again, that's how Beachbody is able to improve and able to give us the things that we need and want because they're honestly caring about our community. They want us to be healthy. So why are they going to keep on giving us products if it's not working? So, all the things are just more of a reason why I love being a coach and I love being affiliated with this company because they truly believe in people. They truly believe in being healthy and putting all those things together so that way we can support each other. I think that's it.
That was awesome. Um, and it's such a valid point. Like, if you listen to Carl Deichler speak, who's the CEO of Beachbody, he has such a passion for helping people live a healthy life, and no quick fixes, no fad diets. Like, he's truly searching for those tools to help people just live a fulfilling, long life. And his wife co-created Shakeology, and just the extent they go to source these products to make it, and it's just amazing. Like, they're just truly passionate about what they do, and it shows. So if you haven't ever heard him speak, you should definitely check him out. But anyway, I'm going to open it up for questions. If anybody has questions, they can unmute themselves. I'm going to check into the Facebook group and see if there's any questions so far. Feel free to do so.
I just wanted to add one more thing about time management real quick while we're sitting here. You can work out like with your kids climbing all over you. I do it every day. Actually, my 13-year-old looks down at me because he's tall and like laughs and makes fun of me. And so you can work out with your kids right there. And when you have these times where you have to do, like, don't have to, but when you join these coach meetings and you do have actual things coach related to do, your kids can be right next to you because they happen the whole night. Like my little one's here. My 12-year-old just came in with a bloody mouth because his big molar just fell out. That's why I left for a minute. So you can do all those things with your kids with you. Like, you don't need extra time. You just kind of blend it in together. I wanted to add that because I kind of left that out earlier, that you just do it with them.
So true. My
Yeah.
kids grew up doing Beachbody. Like, they would, when they were little, like they would jump in with mommy for a couple minutes, but they learned that, all right, mommy's going to work out for a half hour. And yeah, sometimes it took 3, but you know, they learned that, all right, I'm going to read a book, or, oh, I get screen time, or, you know, it's something that's ingrained with them. Or, hey, mom's got to go get on a call, dad's in charge tonight. You know, like, you just work it into your family life, and it's cool when they understand why you're doing it and what you're doing it for. And they kind of take that ownership as well. Like, oh, I'll be good while you're on your call, mom. You know? Okay, question from Denise. How much does it cost to get started as a customer if we want to try it first? And then transition to a coach. Okay. So we have what we call, or what Beachbody calls, challenge packs, which is honestly the best bang for your buck. Right now we have a special that, well, I'm going to give you a little backstory. When I started, I paid $180 for 1 bag of Shakeology and one program on a DVD. That's all I got for 180 bucks. So we have evolved through the years. We now have Beachbody On Demand, which is like the Netflix of fitness, and it has every program they've ever made. So you get an assortment of anything. Like, other people in my house use it. It's not just for me. You have dancing, you have bar, you have weights, you have HIIT, you have boxing, you have I'm totally lost my train of thought. The fighting. What's the fighting? Not just boxing. Core de force is what I'm trying to say. There's yoga, there's meditation, which Anna touched on, and we're actually launching a meditation series soon. They're constantly adding new programs. We're about to launch a new running program, which is going to be awesome, in October. So you get all of that in this challenge pack, so that you can stream on your laptop, TV, tablet. You also get your choice of either a bag of Shakeology or the Performance Stack, which is the pre-workout and post-workout recover. You get both nutrition plans, both of our lifestyle nutrition plans. One's based on portions that Cheryl talked about, and the other one is based more on mindset. Those alone are $120 a piece, sold separately. What else? So you get all of that this month. Oh, and you get our new MBFA, which MBF and MBFA, which is a separate purchase typically, but this month it's included, and you get all that for $160. So it is an incredible value. Like, I think if you added it all up, it's like $534. So comparatively to what I got for $20 more when I started, like, you just get so much with that. It just amazes me that they have put it at this price point. Again, it goes back to just wanting to help people. So when you do that challenge pack, you also have the option to sign up as a coach. And to sign up as a coach is $40, but it waives that $40 fee. So you essentially sign up as a coach for free. You can choose not to. You can sign up as a customer and then eventually transition to a coach for the $40. And then you get that $40 refunded if you did the challenge pack to begin with. So they really make it super, super easy. Like, to me, the coach option to begin with is your best bet, because if you like your Shakeology, you're automatically going to get it discounted the next month. Or if you like your Performance line, you're going to get it discounted the next month. Now, you're not locked in either. Say you don't like it, you cancel it, you know, no harm, no foul. My dad is a coach. He's almost 70 years old. He does nothing with this business. He simply wants his discount on Shakeology. So you're not obligated to actually be a coach. But then maybe you want to sign up your best friend with you. Guess what? You're going to get the commission. So, I mean, you can really run with this in any way, shape, or form you want to. You can, you know, be a discount coach. Just enjoy the discount. Enjoy the community. Take advantage of all that stuff that comes with it. Maybe you want to be a hobby coach and just kind of play with it, you know, sign up somebody here and there, pay for groceries, pay for a date night, pay for gas. Maybe you want to go all in and make this a real true business. It's totally up to you, and it might ebb and flow over time as well. So there's nothing to say that you can't start out checking it out like Sammy was talking about, or jump full force into the pool with no idea what she's doing like me and just see what happens. So I hope that has answered your question about how much. So 160. Any other questions? You guys can also unmute too. There is no commitment to purchase every month. The only commitment you have as a coach is we have a business fee of $15.95 in the US, and I'm not sure what it is in Canada. $20 in Canada. And that just covers like all the customer service stuff that we don't have to worry about. They give us a beautiful website, and that's the only thing you have to pay for, whether or not you run a business or not, because they don't differentiate between them. But it's also cheaper to pay your business fee and get your Shakeology than to buy Shakeology as a customer without the discount. You're still saving money. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to add, or any other questions popping up? So she asked, how long did it take you to make money to replace your job? So to replace my job, it took me 2.5 years. I made back my initial investment of $180 the first month. So after that first month, it was pure profit after that. And really the sky's the limit. Like, there is no cap on how much you can make. There is nothing holding you back from how fast you go with it either. What you put in, you get out. So I guess that's the best way I can say. If you're going to work hard and put in the time, then you're going to reap the benefits. All right. So, oh, good. You're welcome. Just a little, if you decide you want to jump in, try this, contact your coach who added you into this. They will go over everything with you. What you can expect from us is definitely, like I said, the community aspect, depending on what you want to do. If you decide you want to try your hand at building a business, we have all the tools, the training. We run a new coach mentorship every month, and then training beyond that every month. So you're definitely not alone. It's not like you sign up and then you're like, I don't know what to do. We definitely hold your hand, walk you through, teach you everything you need to know, and help you along the way. So I hope that is helpful, and I hope we get to welcome everybody into our team page. All right, guys. And you're welcome. Thank you for hopping on. All right, guys. Have a good night and have a great weekend.